Hello everyone, welcome to today's YouTube video on how to use complex number notation coupled with trigonometry identities to compute cos and cosines and others of angles. For today, we will do cos 75 and cos and sine 75. So let's start. So if we divide this 90 degrees into 2, we will definitely get 45 degrees. So here is 45 degrees. 45 degrees. Let's call this point Z prime. If we remove 15 degrees from here, we will get 30 degrees. So here is 30 degrees. Let's call here Z. Let's assume we are dealing with a unit circle. Radius is 1. So all these points, these are radius 1. So but the one with 30 degrees, the vector with 30 degrees will have r cos. Here will be r cos 30 degrees. So r is 1, so it's just cos 30 degrees. Whereas here is r sine 30 degrees, so it's sine 30 degrees. So the blue one is if we from here to this point is r sine 45 degrees. R is 1, so it's just r cos, so it's cos 45 degrees. And here to here, that's from this point to this point, is sine 45 degrees. So that means that we have defined those things in terms of imaginary and real axis, so that z prime is equal to cos 45 plus I sine 45, and this one is z, one is z prime, one is z, this one is z, is equal to cos 30 plus I sine 30. So in order to get this, we have been doing in the last video, we multiplied two complex numbers and saw what happened. So if we multiply, but first of all, let us do some construction. If this is 30 degrees, it means that here is 60 degrees, because here is 90. If we divide this into 2, it means that from here to here is equal to from here to here is equal to from here to here. Here is 60, 60, 30, 30, 30, 30. So we can find here y. Let's call here y. Here is 1. Here is 1. So we can find here is 90 degrees, because the perpendicular bisector of this angle will bisect the line into 2. So here is half. Here is half. So that means that from here, using Pythagoras theorem, hits the hypotenuse. So it means that 1 squared is equal to y squared plus half squared for this triangle. So that this implies that y is equal to 1 minus 1 over 4 or square root. So that's what it means. If you bring this one over here, you have this square root. So that is y is equal to 3 over 4 square root, or square root of 3 over 2 and 1. So also, if we use the 45 degrees, you know that if we use 45 degrees, it means that it has divided the angle into 2. So it means that the vertical component and the horizontal component will be equal. So if we use it to look like this, that, 45 degrees. So this is 1, that's this one. Here now is x, here is x. Since the angle is bisected into 2. So that if we also use Pythagoras theorem here, we'll have that 1 squared is equal to x squared plus x squared. And that is 2x squared. That means that x squared, if you like, is 1 over 2. And x is equal to 1 over root 2. Or root 2 over 2. If we rationalize it using sword. Then, if we multiply these two vectors, let's come back to our equation. If we multiply these two vectors now, z prime and z, we'll have cos 45 plus I sine 45 times cos 30 plus I sine 30. That's what we have. So we will now pick the cos. Cos 45 is adjacent over hypotenuse. So root 2 over 2 times 1 is root 2 over 2. So root 2 over 2 plus sine 45 is x over 1. Also root 2 over 2. I root 2 over 2. I root 2 over 2 times cos 30. If we come here, cos 30 is, if we take here, adjacent over hypotenuse, and we have found this y, that's y over 1, to be root 3 over 2. Root 3 over 2 plus I sine 30 is opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite is half. Over 1 is half. Half. So that is z prime z. Z prime z. So we'll now multiply. This one multiply this. This one multiply that. This one multiply this. This one multiplies that. So we'll now have this times this is root 6 over 4. This times this is plus I root 2 over 4. I root 2 over 4. This times this is plus I root 6 over 4. This times is 4. This times is root 6. Plus this times this is I squared. I squared is minus 1. Of course, you know. I squared root 2 over 4. I squared root 2 over 4. So what we have is, if we collect like terms, root 6 over 4, this guy is minus 1. It's minus 1. So minus root 2 over 4 plus I into root 6 over 4 plus root 2 over 4. This and this plus root 2 over 4. So you know that we have multiplied two distances. Remember, z prime z is equal to cos squared theta minus sine squared theta plus I 2 sine theta cos theta. As we have found in the last video, this one is that's if the two angles are the same, if we are dealing with the same vectors. So, but what it means is that this part is the cos theta plus theta, and this one is sine theta plus theta, as if the two angles are the same. But if the two angles are not the same, it becomes 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So that can now say that our cos, therefore, cos 75 degrees is equal to the first one, the real part of our multiplication, and that is if we find the LCM, it will be root 6 plus minus root 2 over 4, while the other one, sin 75, is the imaginary part, and that is equal to root 6 plus root 2 all over 4 if we find the LCM of this. So what the conclusion is that if we have cos A plus I sin A multiplied by cos B plus I sin B, what we will have is cos A plus B plus I sin A plus B, I sin A plus B. So if we multiply two vectors, so what it means now is that our cos 75 is this, which is the first degree part, and the imaginary part is sin 75, which is this one. So that is how to do it. Please subscribe, and click on the notification button so that whenever we post new videos, you will see them. Bye for now.